Jawanna Hardy is an Army veteran, a mother, and a Washington, D.C. native. She says she watched gun-related deaths rise in the U.S. and in 2018 decided to organize Guns Down Friday, a group dedicated to reducing gun violence.
The streets of DC was worse than a war zone, and I just truly wanted to create change. It's scary. It's scary to just, you teach your children to stay away from certain people, to do this, everything to protect yourselves, but with these mass shootings, it's like, what can you do?
Every Friday, Hardy drives to Washington neighborhoods with higher rates of gun-related incidents, meeting with children and families to find ways to reduce violence and help residents heal. The group provides resources and programs to help those affected by youth homicides, suicides, and mental health problems. Hardy says the group also works with city authorities on other things, like installing street lamps in darker parts of neighborhoods.
A neighborhood that we went into, we noticed that shooters were coming behind bushes. They would come and shoot behind these bushes. So we asked the kids, what can you do to end gun violence in your community? They said, we can cut the bushes so we can see what's going on. So, we rallied up. We actually got the council member to come to the neighborhood and cut those bushes.
13-year-old Micaiah King Brooks is a volunteer who says he himself has been exposed to shootings.
I was still real young, so I put up my curtains all in my room. I didn't want nobody going near my window. I didn't want to vacuum my room because that was too loud. I don't know, I was real paranoid.
13-year-old Rashad Bates lost a good friend a few years ago to gun violence. He says meeting and talking with Hardy helps him cope.
I feel angry and sad at the same time. If I get emotional, Miss Hardy, she'd be right there to talk me out of it.
Child psychologists say even reading or watching news about gun violence can severely affect children's health and cause mood swings, sleep disruption, loss of appetite, and problems with concentration. But they stress often families can prevent these symptoms from turning into more serious psychological issues like severe anxiety and depression.
Parents talking to their children about things that happen can be very helpful. You're watching a movie together and there's a shooting. That's an opportunity to casually engage your child in conversation, your teenager or your school-age child. What would that be like? How would you handle that? Wow, that would make me feel sad. What about you?
According to Gun Violence Archive, over 670 children and teens have died as a result of gun violence in the U.S. through May 17 of 2023. Karina Befradjian for VOA News, Washington.